What deployment food hack saved your sanity? 6 months into deployment, the food situation was killing morale faster than anything else. Same rotating menu every single week. Rubbery chicken on Mondays, mystery beef on Wednesdays, fish that tasted like wet cardboard on Fridays. Our cook was this guy named Specialist Wyatt Crane. Decent dude, worked hard, but he was dealing with garbage ingredients shipped from who knows where. Everything came frozen solid, got thawed wrong, then cooked until it lost any remaining flavor. I was losing weight because I couldn't force myself to eat anymore. Started living on energy bars and instant coffee. My sergeant noticed the weight loss and pulled me aside after patrol. You gotta eat real food or you're gonna collapse out there. I'm not carrying your unconscious body back to base. He was right, but every time I walked into that chow hall, my stomach turned inside out. The smell alone was enough to murder any appetite I'd built up. That's when Private Nolan Finch changed everything for our entire platoon. Quiet kid from rural Louisiana who barely talked during downtime. One evening, he walks up to me in the common area holding a plate of what looked like actual edible food. "Try this," he said, holding it out. I looked at the plate suspicious. Same chicken we'd been served at dinner, but it smelled completely different, almost appetizing. "What did you do to it?" Nolan grinned for the first time since I'd met him. Family secret. I took a bite expecting nothing. The chicken actually had flavor. Spicy, tangy, something familiar I couldn't quite identify. First time in months my taste buds actually responded to food. "Seriously, how?" I demanded. Nolan pulled me away from the others, looked around like he was sharing classified intelligence with a foreign ally. Hot sauce, honey packets from the MREs, and coffee creamer. I stared at him like he'd lost his mind. "Coffee creamer? The powdered stuff? Trust me, mix the powder with hot sauce and honey, makes this thick sauce that covers up whatever war crimes they committed to that meat back in the kitchen." Sounded absolutely disgusting. Tasted incredible. Word spread through the entire platoon within 3 days. Suddenly, everyone was hoarding MRE honey packets and swiping extra coffee creamer from the beverage station. Nolan became the most popular soldier in the unit overnight. He started teaching his recipes to anyone willing to listen. The rubbery chicken became genuinely bearable with his special sauce. The mystery beef got completely transformed with crushed MRE crackers and jalapeno cheese spread mixed through it. Even the wet cardboard fish improved dramatically when you doused it in hot sauce and let the whole thing marinate for 10 minutes before eating. Nolan's grandmother had taught him all these tricks growing up dirt poor in Louisiana bayou country. "When you ain't got money for real seasoning, you learn to improvise with whatever's sitting around the kitchen," he explained one night. The cooks eventually noticed soldiers actually finishing their meals again. Wyatt pulled Nolan into the kitchen one afternoon, asked him to demonstrate his methods to the whole cooking team. Within a week, the chow hall completely transformed. Same crappy frozen ingredients from the same crappy suppliers, but now prepared using Nolan's techniques. Unit morale shot up almost overnight. Guys actually looked forward to meals. Our commander heard about the change, came to personally investigate why his soldiers suddenly seemed happier. Found Nolan teaching an informal cooking class to off-duty troops using nothing but MRE components and chow hall leftovers. "This is the best morale improvement program I've witnessed in 20 years of service," the commander announced, "and it cost us absolutely nothing." Nolan received a certificate of achievement for improving unit welfare and readiness. Just paper and a challenge coin, but he was prouder of that recognition than anything else he'd earned. The real payoff came 2 years after deployment ended. Nolan used his GI Bill benefits for culinary school in New Orleans. Said the whole deployment experience showed him that food could fix problems nothing else could touch. Last spring, he opened a small restaurant, named it Deployed Flavors. Entire menu is dishes he invented overseas using limited military ingredients. The signature item is that original chicken with hot sauce, honey, and coffee creamer sauce. Costs $19 a plate now. People wait 90 minutes for tables on weekends. Visited him last month. That Army certificate hangs framed on the wall right between his health inspection score and a photo of our platoon covered in dust. "Best thing the military taught me," he said while plating orders, "was turning garbage into something worth eating."